On this one, it says which equation best describes the data in this table. So what I did was I graphed the data in the table, and I noticed that my x-intercept was at positive 6 and my y-intercept was at negative 5. And I looked at the different answer choices. Notice C, if I solve for x, 2 goes into 12 6 times, so my x-intercept would be at negative 6. And negative 3 goes into 12 negative 4 times, so my y-intercept would be at negative 5. 2. For all x over the square root of x squared plus 4 equals 6, what does x squared equal? So I know 18 over 3 equals 6. So 3 has to equal the square root of x squared plus 4. And I know to get 3, I got to take the square root of 9. So the square root of 9 has to equal x squared plus 4. So what does x squared have to equal so that I get 9 under the radical? And the answer would be C, 5. Number 3, the square root of 18 over 2 plus the square root of 32 over 3. All you got to do is put that in your calculator just the way it is, and it'll give you the answer. Number 4, for all a that doesn't equal b, 5 over b over 2a minus over a minus b. That's a division problem. Fractions mean division. So I wrote it like a division problem. I said 5a over b divided by 2a over a minus b. Remember, you can't divide fractions, so you leave it, change it, flip it. So I flipped the second fraction, and I canceled my a's with the yellow marks, and that left me 5 times a minus b in my numerator and 2 times b in my denominator. So the answer is B, 5 parentheses a minus b over 2b. Number 5, which of these equations defines a line that is parallel to the given equation y equals negative 0.5x plus 5? Well, I know my y-intercept is at 5, and negative 0.5 is the same thing as negative 1/2, so I graphed it. Any line that's parallel, remember you learned that in coordinate algebra, has the same slope, so it would have to be D, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 7, because they both have an equation, or a slope of negative 1/2. Number 6, in the standard xy plane, what is the distance between 3 square roots of 3, comma, negative 1, and 6 square roots of 3, comma, 2? Now, I can't graph that because I don't know where the square root of 3 is. So what I did was I used the distance formula, which should be given to you. It's the square root of x minus x squared plus y minus y squared. I substituted in my x values for x. I substituted in my y values for y. I put it in my calculator, and the answer was A, 6. Number 7, what is the solution to the system of equations below? We used the elimination process just like you did in coordinate algebra, and we eliminated the two y's. We combined our x's and got 4x, combined our a's and got 12a, and solved for x. So we know that x equals 3a. So that eliminates all the answer choices except for A and E. Then I substituted in 3a back to the first equation for x. So it says 3a plus 2y equals 7a. And I solved for y by eliminating the 3a on both sides. That gave me 2y equals 4a. And when I divide both sides by 2 to solve for y, I get 2a. So the answer is A, 3a, comma, 2a. Number 8. For all x minus 3 squared plus 3 times 2x minus 3 equals what? So I rewrote it so I didn't have an exponent. X minus 3 squared is the same thing as x minus 3 times x minus 3. I distributed. I used the orange lines to show distributing the first x, and that gave me x squared minus 3x. I used the green lines to show distributing the negative 3, and that gave me negative 3x and positive 9. I distributed my 3 on the outside of the second set of parentheses with the purple lines, and that gave me 6x minus 9. And when I combined all of my like terms, that gave me x squared. So the answer is A, x squared. Number 9, 8 to the negative 2/3 power. Again, if you put that in the calculator using the exponent button and the fraction button, it should give you the answer is E, 1/4. And 10, what is the value of k when x squared minus kx plus 24? divided by x minus 12 equals x minus 2. So I know that I want to factor out the x minus 12. So numbers that multiply to give me negative 20 or positive 24 would be negative 12 and negative 2. Notice I canceled my x minus 12s out with yellow lines, so x minus 2 equals x minus 2. So when I find out what k is, I have to add my terms. Negative 12 plus negative 2 is negative 14. So the answer is D, negative 14.